Subscribe and keep watching for a special offer coming soon from Olight.
UtahGunExchange.com, the nation's patriot marketplace. Buy, sell, trade.
Stay tuned until the end of this video to see Blade HQ cut all the things.
SHOT Show 2018 with CRKT, meeting with Joel again. Nice to see you, man.
All right, great to see you too, Shane, and thanks to the Lake Boy Scout channel for coming by and taking a look at our new wares for the year. This is SHOT Show 2018, and we're really excited to show you some great knives.
We got some goodies.
Yeah, this first one is the Caligo from TJ Schwartz, and it's got a black anodized aluminum handle with a blue pivot ring. It's got a black oxide finish on the blade. It's 8CR14 MOV steel, which is a really solid everyday steel.
Yep.
Comparable to an AUS 8 or so.
Yep.
And then you've got, the price is like $49.99. It's an excellent price for such a distinctive looking knife. Now, TJ Schwartz is from Boise, Idaho. Mm-hmm. He's been just starting to design knives, and he's really has a fun credo, and that is he's second to function. Beauty can be second to function, but both can exist in a truly well-refined knife. And that's the Caligo from TJ Schwartz. It's got a locking liner. It also has the plain edge blade. I also want to mention it does have IKBS ball bearing pivot system.
I noticed that quickly,
which, as we know, can deploy the blade very smooth and very fast.
And perfect lockup, too. Yep. For the price, I actually love this a lot, man.
The MSRP is $49, which means you're going to actually find it in the market for anywhere from $30 to maybe even down to $29, around $30 probably. It's a flipper opening, and the name Caligo actually means a Latin word for darkness or fog rolling in or in the dark. Mm-hmm. So TJ liked that sort of modified drop point blade style. It's actually a cool knife. One of the things that I liked about it was that it just has a really nice blue aluminum, anodized aluminum splash in the pivot.
Yeah.
Not overdone, just a little accent, and really complements the overall design of the knife very well.
Yeah, I agree. I like it. I think it's going to sell really well, man.
Yeah, this is a great everyday carry pocket knife.
One position clip on it.
One position clip.
Yeah.
And it's a low profile clip, and there's actually a lanyard hole in the back end of the knife here where you can actually string this knife onto a lanyard if you want to carry it with some paracord or a strap.
Yeah. Great aesthetics to it, good price for what it is. I think it's a winner. We could talk about this one all day long because I want one and I want to carry it around and cut stuff with it. But let's set it aside because there's a lot more to see. Yeah,
for sure. I also wanted to show you guys that the original field strip technology, which I know you've seen, and that's from Ken Onion. It was released in 2017. And what you've got is the original home front here. And we all know how that works, although it's always important to show it. Really, it's a very simple process. You just flip the latch here, which disengages the pivot. You roll this, which releases the handles, and your knife comes apart in 3 easy pieces here. And the reason why that's a good thing is because you can actually clean and maintain your knife. So if you have lint or dirt or grease or mud or anything inside of your knife, it can cause it not to work properly. So what you want to do to put it back together, once you've cleaned it, is you want to make sure this pivot seats correctly. This here is the mechanism inside this pivot. And so you place it there, and you want to bring the handles back together first. So you roll this rear release wheel counterclockwise, and you'll see the handles actually tighten. Then you move this lever back down, and that seats the pivot, and then you're back in full working order.
Yep.
The story of this year, and the reason why I'm showing you this original home front knife, is that there's other designers have picked up the actual field strip technology and taken it to their designs this year.
I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, man. I'm going to show you a couple of, actually 4 in a row, really cool knives. We'll start with these first 3. Let me set these 2 aside. This is the actual Goken knife from James Williams. Now this is a G10 handle. I want to say this correctly. It's an Ozuraku Zakuri blade style from the ancient warlord, inspired by the ancient warlord Takeda Shinjin. And I want you guys to Google that because you'll get a chance to read all about it. And it's 1.4116 stainless steel. It's $150. Manufacturer suggested retail price, which means you'll find it out in the market for probably $70 or $80.
Okay.
And it also has, if you see, it comes with a locking liner. It also has field strip technology, so you've got the lever there and the rear release wheel here.
All works the same way?
All works the same way. It's a pretty thin knife, actually. It's going to ride low profile in your vest or in your kit, or also in your jacket. You've got a actually 2-position pocket clip, the CRKT here, and then on the other side you've got the space there to put the pocket clip.
That's cool.
This is a very distinctive looking knife, and James Williams always brings it. James Williams has been a martial arts trainer for over 50 years, honestly, and he served in the U.S. Army, and he's just an incredible talent. He has his own system of strategy, is what he calls, and trains folks in military and security applications. So James is a good tactical expert, a great tactical expert, and I'm looking forward to showing everyone this knife this year.
Nice, cool.
The Voss is also 1.4116 steel, and it's actually, I want to say that it just is a clean, smooth line. It's $89.99 is the MSRP. It's got a satin finish. Jesper Voxnes is from Denmark, and you can actually see sort of the Danish modern influences in his design because it's very clean and simple. There's no nothing extra really. Very minimalist approach. Jesper Voxnes is an excellent designer and designs for Vox knives, and this is his new knife, the Voss. It's designed to be an outdoor everyday carry blade. You can take it out into the field. It also has field strip technology.
Yep.
So what's the sort of point of difference here is that other designers are now embracing this award-winning platform to make their knives on as well. And of course Ken Onions is ecstatic about that, and we're pleased to bring this sort of innovation to the marketplace in a variety of ways.
Now, one of the things I'll note so far is that the knives we're seeing that include that field strip technology are roughly around the same size. They're not little knives per se. They're not gigantic. I'm not trying to make that, trying to complain in any way, but they're not little knives. I wonder if you'll be able to shrink that technology at some point for some real small ones.
That's a great question, Shane, and I want you to be aware that this is 1.0.
Yeah.
This is really still the first version of field strip technology.
Yeah.
You can only imagine that we might be hard at work on the next iteration of it, but that's going to have to stay tuned to hear about that.
Gotcha. I appreciate that, man.
Those are some cool field strip knives. I got one more to show you in the field strip collection this year. This is the Rakiri knife. I'll actually set it down for the camera and see. Should I tip it a little?
That's good.
This is the Rakiri by Duhara, who's the son of master cutlery and knifesmith Japanese Koji Hara. They run the House of Hara in Japan, and Koji Hara is a master cutlery and bladesmith, and his son now, Duhara, is designing knives, and this is his first knife for CRKT. It's got the field strip technology where you see actually the lever here and the rear release wheel back here, and to me this knife really looks like sort of science fiction.
Yeah.
It's crazy, sort of a Battlestar Galactica or like a Star Trek, borderline Klingon, or it's just really cool and distinctive looking, but you should be aware, and I want to make your viewers aware too, that this is actually based on the Laido sword design from Japan.
Okay.
Traditional sword. Just Google image search Laido, and you'll see sort of the influence of where this actual influence, Japanese influence, came into this sort of carrying a sword actually into your pocket.
Oh, cool.
So for fun, right?
Yeah, right.
Excellent everyday carry blade. You've got a 1-position pocket clip here. It's sort of science fictioned up just like the rest of the knife. A very distinctive and cool looking knife. And that's the Rakiri. The Rakiri is $99.99, so $100 for MSRP. You'll see it out in the market for a bit less than that once it hits the dealer base.
Good. We've taken that field strip now into not just from CRKT, but CRKT, which produces Ruger knives, has one there as well.
Yeah, that's right, Shane. I know you were looking at this earlier. This is called the RTD, which is the Ruger Takedown. And this is also 1.4116. It's a German stainless steel. It's a very good, solid, everyday steel that can stack up against a 440. This is a lever here that actually releases the pivot section. This is the rear release wheel again, where you can see the handles will come apart. This is also based on field strip technology. Now this knife is designed by Matthew Lurch. He's out of Sussex, Wisconsin, and he's been designing knives for over 20 years. He's an excellent designer. We have many Matthew Lurch knives in the line.
Yep, I like like his designs a lot, actually.
Yeah, his wife MJ Lurch also designs knives, but this is a Ruger Takedown. The reason why it's called Ruger Takedown is because you can actually field strip the knife. Yeah. And a Matthew Lurch design.
And also, takedown is kind of a term for taking your gun apart. So.
Exactly. Yeah. And
I love the fact that there's always using sort of gun terms and gun ideas related to all the Ruger knives.
One fun thing about the Ruger knives is that they're all based on that. So you'll see like muzzle brake or two-shot or all cylinders. You know,
I think it's cool.
A lot of cool themes and product names that are actually align with the Ruger brand very well.
True. Yeah. Cool. I like it.
Still focusing on Ruger a little bit here. I wanted to show you a couple of knives here. This is the Ken Onion Windage. And
let me get that in hand while you're checking the specs. This has got that pocket clip on it. I can't remember what you introduced it on, but it's the one that kind of springs out.
Yeah,
feels like it's part of the
Swindle,
handle.
I think it was on.
Yeah, that's
previously.
right. Yep. I remember that. That you can just kind of push this out and then fit it into pocket sort of backwards. I was trying it out a second ago. It works really well.
Yeah, it's kind of a cool pocket clip. It's also sort of a little innovative pocket clip. There's not any other pocket clips like it. Really, Ken's been the only one I think to do the spring activated or that type of pocket clip.
Yeah, that's right. Because the Swindle was his knife as well.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
It sort of has a gunmetal gray handle. It's HCR 14 MOV, which is a good, solid, everyday steel. It's $79.99
MSRP.
MSRP. Yep. It's got a stonewash finish on the blade. See if the camera can pick that up. It's really, it's very attractive.
Yeah, I agree. Comes in the VEF serrations and then standard plain.
Yeah, also a plain edge.
Okay.
Now, we've been working very closely with Ruger for the last 2 years to bring this Ruger knife line to market. The reason why Ruger approached us is they felt like the brands aligned well, and they said that they liked the fact that we worked with designers. We work with actual people here.
Yeah.
You know, it's not some engineering team anywhere else. We just work with designers directly to bring their innovative designs to market for an affordable price.
Yeah. I'm checking out the pivot there. It looks like the head of a bullet. It's super cool, man. Or the tail of it.
When you look at some of the Ruger line real closely, you will pick up on little gun elements into the design. It's really cool.
And kind of the 1911-ish checkering or whatever on the grip there. That's really
on the
cool.
handle scales.
Yeah, on the scale. Sweet, but it's still got Ken's trademark lines to it for sure. Looks like a Ken Onion. I'm digging it, man. Larger, look at it in hand, so it fills my entire hand, so this is not a little EDC, and the weight on it, I don't know if you have it, but I'm going to put that at probably +4, maybe even +5.
I got 5.3 ounces on that.
Okay, yep, just over 5. IKBS, beautiful.
Yeah, and those VEF serrations, they just burn through rope and fibrous material. They really do cut better.
Yeah, agreed.
This is the LCK, which is also a Matthew Lurch design. It's $39.99. It's in the Ruger line. It's a HCR 13 MOV, like I said, which is a great everyday steel. It's also got some really straight lines like Matthew. Most of Matthew knives are very distinctive. You can tell that it's a Matthew Lurch design.
Yeah.
But it also has sort of the gun handle sort of accoutrements as well. This knife is actually in the Ruger line and is another really fine example of the type of knives that we can bring into the Ruger world and in a collaboration with CRKT Design.
These handle scales, are they aluminum? They're not, are they? I feel like these are polymer.
No, they're glass reinforced nylon.
Yeah, that makes sense, and that feels like it
Which
too.
provides really excellent grip. You know, if your hand gets wet or something, or
and drops the cost a lot too.
It does.
That's why the cost you mentioned is. But
it almost looks like a gun grips too. You know, in a way. So.
Or like forward serrations on your slide. I like it. Nice low pocket clip there. Is that IKBS or not?
I don't know if the LCK. Let me take a look here in my notes real quick.
I'm going to say no. It doesn't feel like it.
No IKBS.
Yeah.
But it does have a glass reinforced nylon, a locking liner, and a flipper with easy opening.
Yeah, it is. works well, and for the cost,
Yep.
I think I'm totally down with it.
Yeah, I mean, your manufacturer's suggested retail price on this knife is $39.99. You're going to see it out in the marketplace for $20-25.
Yeah, a real easy one to get into. Also light, also thin, real easy to make into a daily carry that'll work hard for you. Cool. In addition to knives, we got a couple of choppers I wanted to tell the guys about, so go ahead.
I want to show you guys. We got two here, and these are both designed by Elmer Rausch. And you've got the big Freyer axe, and then you have a smaller Rausch pack axe. And they're both excellent outdoor utility tools. You can see that they do vary in design, although they also have the same feeling of sort of the traditional axe and Norse influences. I'll start with the Rausch pack axe. And this is a great, awesome outdoor tool. It's 1060 carbon steel. It's got a hammer finish on it. And the CRKT is actually sort of burned into the handle. And I wanted to bring this to your attention because I know that there may be a lot of Boy Scouts out there watching your channel, Shane. And when I was young, I had a wood burning kit.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you have had one of those in your life.
I probably did. You know? I want to get another one, actually.
But it's cool to see the CRKT logo actually burned into the handle like that.
Yep.
It's a nice touch.
Yeah, I agree. I love the size of this thing too, man.
It's a perfect size.
It's terrific. And the sweep of that blade, that's going to be real aggressive, get some good hard work done. Yeah.
We're making an aftermarket sheath for these that'll be available as well. And I did want to say this is a Tennessee hickory contoured handle that is going to be very comfortable and it's going to give you that confidence in hand that you're looking for out in the outdoors.
Yeah, so nice big flare on the end of that. Like you said, give you the confidence as you're swinging it to keep it locked into your hand. I like that. Good.
Okay, let's take a look at the Freyer. Now this is just
the Freyer tuck. Oh wait, no, that's something else.
The camera almost doesn't do it justice because I wish that the guys that are watching this, man, when you get your hands on this, it's just a gorgeous big piece of Viking awesomeness. The name means Norse god of like kingship or virility, and you can see why. This is the Freyer. It's got an axe with a very deep beard, and I was talking to one of the designers here in the booth yesterday, and he said that actually if you took this, the reason why this beard would be used, or one of the reasons for the beard outside of choking up and doing detail work, is that in the ancient days you could actually hook the shield and pull the shield off of a guy in battle, and that would give you access to sort of take him out.
Oh, interesting.
So that's one use for a beard design.
Dual purpose.
Yeah, dual purpose. You can also choke up on it, and you can make tinder or do some detail work with this.
You know what though? That I could see that in just kind of a wilderness functionality, something to pull branches down to get access to things that you may not easily get reached to. Something that's up there that you need to pull down, or some wood that you want to work with, or something like that. I could see that would be useful in that way. So yeah, modern applications.
Yeah, this is a black magnesium phosphate coating, and what it helps with is corrosion resistance. And then this is also a Tennessee hickory handle, and this color is sort of a burnt red, or almost like a wine color. It's got some patina on it. It looks like it's gone through some use. I'll just sort of flare it around here so you can see the whole thing. It looks really cool, and I wish that, or I hope the camera is able to pick up sort of the detail on how cool the handle is. Yeah. Because the color here is just incredible.
It's well done. Well done. Got a little bit of head sticking out right here. That varies from the pack axe, and that one's completely flush there. So that's something to note for those of you looking for those details. Good looking stuff overall, though. The knives are sweet. The choppers are sweet. The Ruger stuff is awesome. It's cool to see the line expand on the field strip stuff. Yeah. And I know you can't talk about future things, but I predict there's going to be smaller versions of it. Yeah. You can neither confirm nor deny. It's fine.
Well, make sure you click and subscribe to the Late Boy Scouts channel, and check us out on CRKT.com. And Shane, once again, I've been with you for a few years now, walking through the new products and having a great time here at SHOT Show. This is 2018, and thank you for coming by and taking a review of the new products and stopping by the booth.
Joel, thank you. We are at CRKT SHOT Show 2018. See you guys soon.
Hey, I'm Zach with Blade HQ, and this is my razor sharp H&K Mini Axis, and my favorite thing to cut with it is warm butter.